But yeah, so I think Bashnia and Zelia, you kind of back off a little bit, and you're able to eventually kind of get get a hold of Salt and Madrash, and you all kind of reconvene back by the shed. Now, before you enter or attempt to enter the shed, now is the time where you are supposed to be back at the Adventurers Guild. Is there anything that you would like to do about that?
Well, we're running kind of behind schedule, obviously. Good lord, man, you can talk.
Oh, it was so easy. He is a natural conversationalist.
I vote we take a quick peek inside the shed, see if there's anything of interest, and then move on.
I do take the moment, while she does that, I take the moment to show them the book and the herbs, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget what was up with the book. I was concentrating on thinking of more things to say about beats.
I found this in what I assume is the guy's room. By the way,
yes.
he has a very interesting aesthetic.
So the book that was found in Stillern's room it's basically a hand-bound book. It's just groups of folded pages that have been like sewn together at the spine.
A journal.
Essentially, yeah, it's a journal. And I don't think Madrash has opened it or anything yet.
Okay, we will bring that back and look at it with the group, I think. Let us quickly, like Salt said, let us quickly check this small house, much smaller than big house. Not sure why it's here.
Shed.
Let's look inside and then go.
Okay.
This isn't a mansion. That's probably the size of a regular house.
Looking at the door, this shed has a big, fat iron lock on the door.
The key!
Yes, Salt has a key. I'll try it in the door.
Okay. You pull the key out of the Night in the Shed book and stick that key into the lock, and sure enough, it fits. You turn the key and swing the door open, and as you swing it open, you see... Oh, well, if the thing wanted to work correctly, there we go. You see there is a little storeroom here, but in the front of the storeroom, there is what appears to be a shattered vase of some kind. That is kind of the pieces of which are strewn across the floor. There is a little pile, or little puddle rather, of blood in the center of this vase, and several boxes and crates in the back of the room.
Oh.
Suspicious.
Can I tell what kind of blood it is?
Looking closely at the blood, you can see in the dim light of this shed, it's a dirt floor shed, and looking at the blood, it seems like there's just like some blood soaked into the dirt, so it's a little harder to tell. But you could roll a medicine check if you like. Nice.
Rolled a 10. Cool.
With a 10, based on just a cursory examination, it seems like it's definitely not recent. It's cold, like coagulated blood.
Mm.
It's you're unable to determine whether or not it is humanoid or animal. Amanda High Priestess Elia with a 23. You look more closely at the blood, and using your expansive medical knowledge, you are able to determine this is indeed human blood that is soaked into the dirt here. It's not enough that someone would be dead from it, but it's kind of a bit of blood. Like it's from probably a pretty nasty cut.
It's more than a tad.
More than a tad, less than a gushing amount. I don't even know.
Enough to cause concern.
Right. It's probably like maybe a half liter of blood soaked in total.
Vase looked like it had more before it was broken?
The vase looks like it was shattered, and then a piece of it is covered in blood, indicating a piece of it was used to do whatever the wound is.
Oh.
Okay, I understand that.
So I don't know if this really matters, but in that room I got this book out of, I did see a whole bunch of flowers hanging upside down that could have all fit in a vase like this.
Race to the face.
Oh, interesting. So plant flowers with blood is suggestion?
Well, I'll understand why he would keep the flowers if he used the vase to bash someone in the head, though.
Oh
Hmm.
man,
Well,
Perhaps Turner will help. Let us check room and go back to Tim.
You guys take care of
as you
that.
all search, as you search the shed, this appears to be kind of an antique storeroom. You can see the chests are full of fairly valuable-looking bits and bobs, little statuettes and things, all probably worth a good bit of money. The vase itself that was shattered looks like it was probably a very valuable vase as well. In the back of the shed, there is a locked chest with a golden or gold-plated padlock on it.
Let's steal the lock.
The lock is so valuable.
let's break into it.
The chest is quite heavy. It's probably a couple 100 pounds total.
Okay, I take chest.
Okay, if you
Yeah.
you could pick it up.
I'll help.
Oh, no help is required.
6 arms is better than 4.
All right. Well, you all take the chest and make your way off of the property and begin to head back to the Adventurers Guild, where you reconvene, although a bit late with the rest of the party, who I'm sure was beginning to grow. Okay. There we go.
I could just see
And
us.
as you reconvene, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I could just see us running down the street, him and I carrying a chest, trying to be as quiet as possible.
This is just our carrying chest, the one that we carry all of our things in, totally normally. Also, we don't have the key to it. It's fine.
Thank you. It's a gold chest.
Oh my gosh. But yeah,
I love that he can just pick it up.
he's extremely strong and has 4 arms. Makes sense. As you all arrive back at the compound outside the building, you can see that it has been an hour since this whole thing began. Well, an hour and a half at this point, I'll say, because it took you some time to get back. And I think Atlas was quite worried about all of you, as well as Pyrokeen and Cassandra.
I'd say more of annoyed. So it's like, well, I hope you found something.
We found too much of something.
We had a wonderful conversation. Would highly recommend you go back in daytime and talk to old man. He is wonderful conversationalist.
He wants to know more about beets.
Beets?
Oh, also books and books. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and these. I
stuffed my
dig,
face in-
I dig out the herbs to show it to everybody.
Well, I'm glad you guys had a more fruitful situation than us. I pretty much put in word that we have to wait to get permission to at least check out what the heck is inside this place. I want to at least take a quick look, but nah, the guards wouldn't let me, and I'm not. Yeah.
Okay.
Cassandra and I found that Verkel's existence is suspect at best. No one knows him. No one is aware of him. A stable person doesn't know anything about him. That's odd.
He was also at the tavern the day, but it was several hours before the incident occurred, and he was by himself.
Oh, and I will tell them about imaginary friend Virgil.
I
Also,
think he really believes Urgel is real.
Well, I didn't
Hmm.
talk to anybody, but I found this book, which was in a very creepy room, and some flowers hanging up, which we'll explain more about that in a bit, and these herbs.
What is that? Is that yours? I don't remember you having that before. Are we going to have to run away from the police? Please tell me we don't have to run from the police.
We
Well,
don't have to run
it
away
would
from the
block you.
police if they don't find out about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're allowed to do a preliminary investigation. Don't
So
worry,
it wouldn't actually be the police. It would actually be the city guard of all this is called the Fog Watch.
Dog watch. No, we're not allowed to take things.
And yet you guys raided a shed, I believe.
You have
What?
very
Not
good-
raided, investigated.
Don't be silly. We had a key that we got from inside the manor, but still.
Without permission.
Delayed permission.
Anyway, so Salt,
Just has our head in our hands now.
Salt, what did you learn? Apparently, Bosnia was talking someone's ears off about beats. Did you learn anything interesting, Salt?
I found a key, and I sounded like a child pedophile for a really long time. That was fun.
Did the child tell you anything interesting? Like, did he say if the this is a bit meta. Yeah, did the child tell you anything about his? I'm assuming it was the brother. Did he like confirm that he was innocent? Did he say that he wasn't innocent? You know, what did he tell you?
Yeah, I will relay the information from my conversation with the child whose name I never actually got, and about the child's belief that his brother was guilty.
Okanti was the kid's name.
Yes.
Akanti. Yeah.
And Phantasmal Killer, of course.
What?
That's... Well, I'm assuming she's relaying the information to us, and it would include her relaying about Phantasmal Killer. So I say Phantasmal Killer, of course. It makes so much sense.
Ghost, though.
It makes so much sense.
Growth.
Phantasmal Killer would create an entity.
No, it doesn't. It
Creates
creates
an
an
apparition.
illusion.
Which could be perceived as a ghost.
But it won't stick around. It lasts up to 1 minute.
Yes, but did anyone confirm that the ghost is still around? They're all scared out of their wits.
Yeah, I could somewhat confirm by. Oh, that reminds me. So every time some kind of spooky sound come, I was kind of goading the spirit to try to actually come out, but instead, all I got was this crow. Crow feather. It seemed to have actually like specifically climbed the wall.
As you pull out the crow feather, you notice that it is withered now.
That's odd.
Well, looks like a real murder mystery then.
Can you put him in timeout after this?
How long were you sitting on that joke, man?
Actually, no, I literally just came at that on the spot.
I heard Boshni ask what time of year is it. It's probably about mid-fall, but it's unseasonably warm, so it's actually quite comfortable.
Lovely.
So Spicy Adam, is able to get the chest open using his crowbar, and as the lock is shattered through the force of the crowbar, you see the chest flies open. And there is a velvet-lined box with a very precisely shaped, dip in the middle for an object, and you can see that there is a very spooky-looking black tome in the center. No label or writing on it, but it is roughly bound in large silver stitches that look to be made of wire.
Dibs on the lock.
And I think, as you examine this black leather tome with wire stitching, I think that's where we're going to end for tonight.
No!
Oh no, I think I'm good with that. I'm winding down.
Yeah, we're a little bit over 9 o'clock, but I think it's a good spot to
This is perfect.
It's awesome, yeah. Again, we did so well. We should always go for the distraction thing always first.
I don't know about that.
I was not about to push down an old man. Bashio would not do it.
I was prepared to sneak up behind
No
him and
glory
grab
in
him from
beating up an
behind.
old-
He's not
My
that
favorite-
old. He's like 45.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's not that old.
He just has a shock of white hair.
My
I never
favorite
liked
part
Mr.
is
Fantastic. Push him down.
my favorite part is Bosnia channeling Dwight Schrute for at least an hour.
Yeah, that was really good. If in case you didn't hear me earlier, take an inspiration for that. It was so good.
Yeah, my favorite part was not just that Bosnia was talking to him for so long, but that he actually put in the chat what he was talking to him about. So it was like it wasn't just this, oh, I'm talking with this guy. It was actual like content. So good on you, Adam.
Fun fact: in my like 10 different D&D characters I've played, never once have I been a bard.
You know what? I find that most people either you're a bard or you're not a bard, and I feel like you're a bard.
I think
You're
it's
bard at heart.
For some reason, I've never done
I'll
it.
try it
Well, Matt-
once, but
I'm a bard. I'm a bard
Not a
player.
bard. As could surprise nobody.
I bardy hard.
I'm not a bard.
And that's fine. It's okay to be a bard type person or not. But I find that if you're a bard type player, you're really good at bards,
Well,
and
I'm
it's
gonna
kind
go
of
ahead
hard
and
to
end
play
it with
something
that,
else
everybody.
not as if they're
Have
a
a good
bard,
night.
Yeah.
and vice versa.